Welcome to Cobb County Police Department headquarters, and welcome to the next episode of On Patrol with Cobb Police. I'm Officer Wilson, one of the public information officers for the Cobb County Police Department, and today we are going up to see the technology-based crime unit. All right, we made it. We're on the second floor of police headquarters. Now this area here is where the technology-based crime unit is located.
Hi, I'm Jason Harner. I'm a sergeant with the technology-based crimes unit. I've been in law enforcement about 20 years. Been with Cobb since 2007. Currently supervise a unit that conducts digital forensics as well as investigate crimes relating to technology-based offenses. Prior to being a sergeant here, I was a detective assigned to this unit as a forensic examiner. And what we do is we'll examine everything from mobile devices to logs from a server to computers. It depends on what is needed. We get requests both within our agency and other agencies when they need help. We're also part of the United States Secret Service Task Force, and we jump in and help where they need us. We're actually gone to other counties to help them when they need forensic support.
How does someone get into the technology-based crime unit?
A lot for our unit. It comes from them being on the road, and then we'll look at them to see if they have a desire to get nitty-gritty with the technology-based crimes and forensics.
So what can an officer who is currently working the road that wants to come to the technology-based crime unit, what can they do to better prepare themselves to be selected to come to this unit?
A lot of it, there's a lot of free resources online known as nw3c.org. And then go on and get forensic training that's free, doesn't cost anything, to kind of give you open up the doors and a little bit of knowledge that you need kind of coming into a unit like this.
All right, so I heard Detective Lopez is currently working on extracting a phone. Let's go talk to him and see what he can tell us.
Yeah, I'm Detective Lopez. I've been with the county for 24 years. I'm here right now. I got two phones, and the reason I got this phone open up is just because the actual screen on this phone is damaged. So what we were trying to do, we were trying to see if we might be able to swap, not the screen, but actually swap the motherboard, as you can see it, to see if we can do that, and maybe we can conduct an extraction, which is actually, if you believe, it's actually here. This is where everything is kept on this phone, is right here. So what we'll try to do, and we're trying to do, is change this into this phone, and to see if we can connect this phone to one of our tools. Maybe we might be able to extract the information from that was saved to this phone. Actually, I've been here for about a year. There's a couple of certifications that I needed to go through first, and that is regarding how to be able to extract information from phones, which is specific to our job. Actually, I came from the Special Victims Unit, which my role there was investigating children's crimes and also investigating what is considered child pornography. With, I guess, my knowledge of that, when this came available, I did, put my letter in to come to this unit. It is very interesting. I know we do a lot of, people think we do a lot of only extractions, but we do more than that. We also do investigations here. We got several investigations going on, including one that has to do with illegal surveillance. So we do more than just do extractions in this unit.
All right, so next we're going to go talk to Detective Pilgrim. Now he's done some really cool stuff and he's working on some great cases. I know you're going to like what he has to say. So let's go find out what he's got going on. Hey Pilgrim, what you got going on?
Hey, so what I'm working on today is we're actually doing a thing, it's called JTAG, where we have this device right here, not supported by any of our tools, but we're able to actually take it apart. I've got pinouts right here, so what I'm doing is trying to identify the actual pins on here, and then my goal will be to solder this 40 gauge wire onto the exact pin, if you can see it. So we've got it labeled on here, then connected to my flash box. Well, then that'll enable me to actually do a full extraction of the data that's stored on the memory chip on the board. Well, so I've always been interested in computers. I've taken computer classes since I was, in middle school. So, I also interested in police. So this was kind of a marriage of the two things that I'm most interested in. So I've got these coins over here that I like to collect. This is probably my favorite right here. I got it from John Teen, Homeland Security. Got this. We were doing a operation in Floyd County where we served, I think it was 26 search warrants within one day, and made a number of arrests all related to ICAC, and we actually got recognized by Secret Service and Homeland Security for that. So what this right here is, it's called we call it a TX1. It's a device made by Tableau where you can actually connect a hard drive to one side and then you connect a sterile hard drive to the other, and what that does is we image any hard drive that we work on so that we're working from a copy, just so we're not actually stomping all over what's on the suspect's hard drive. This is a Faraday box. It basically just prevents our devices from getting any sort of outside signals. So if you have a phone you're not able to place in the airplane mode, you just put it in here, seal it up. Hopefully it's in a Faraday bag like this, and then you seal this. And so if somebody has sent like a signal to tell Apple or whoever the provider is to wipe the phone, this prevents it from receiving that signal, and it actually has data out ports here so we can image it from inside the box. So after we have gotten the data off of whatever device been submitted to us, we pull it up in some sort of program that's going to parse the data, make sense of all the numbers, and then our job is to go through, generate a report, tag any items that has actual evidence of whatever crime it may be.
All right, so one of our major jobs here is to parse out the data we collect from the cell phones to assist the detectives with what they're looking for, images, media, message, so and so. We use a program called Celebrite Physical Analyzer for that. Basically, I load the software into it. Once it's finished the process, it takes 2 to 3 hours depending on the situation. I can go through, it's got a categorization for media, images, messages, separates those all out so the detectives can view them. For instance, I click on images, it'll pull up every image the device found on the phone. That'll include any photos taken by it. I can sort that down based on time, date stamps, if there was ever a sent message. A lot of times they contain metadata. We can tell the GPS location the picture was taken at. If they put any entries in for Google Maps or MapQuest or even Apple Maps, all that shows up so we can kind of prove where the device was at. Depending on the type of extraction I get, a lot of times I get WhatsApp and all those other encrypted softwares decoded as well. Even when they think the software has deleted the message, a lot of times we can recover those as well.
Can you tell me something cool that you've recently been a part of?
So recently they started dealing with a lot of the cold cases in the homicide unit. One of the detectives reached out to me a couple months ago about a case from 2016 that had been parsed with the software they had back then, the same program, the physical analyzer that I was discussing, but they still had the original files that they collected from that. So they asked if I could reparse them to see if anything new was found. When I put them through the software again, 3 years later, the updates were able to decode more information. And I believe they found some information that was critical to being able to solve that homicide and prove that their original suspect was actually the one involved, and they were able to take charges based off of that.
All right, so that's a wrap for this episode of On Patrol with Cobb Police. I really hope you've enjoyed this video, and stay tuned for the next videos as we continue to ride on patrol with Cobb County police officers. Until next time, I'm Officer Wilson. See ya.